Hey, it's your girl Monica, the Curvy Diva, reporting on the Plus Report, and I'm here with the Liris Crosse, Plus Model Extraordinaire. Hey, and she has a new book, Make the World Your Runway, and you have done like just that in your career, making the world just every day your runway.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. So I'm gonna jump right in asking, how hard was it writing this book?
Oh my gosh. I've told everybody it's really been like a labor of love. It took me probably a year and a half to really complete the project, which other people are like, that's no time, you did good. But it was because I started and then I stopped.
Okay.
Because I got the idea to do it once I booked Project Runway.
Right.
And then I set up pre-order for it, but then after Project Runway aired and everything, I just got so busy with work and I really couldn't focus. So I really want to credit my book coach, Karen Haysbert, shout out to her,
Yay.
for really helping me to get focused and to really hone in and complete the project and get it done.
Wow. So you talk about having focus, and also all the time I hear you say show up, show up, show up. And I remember like the first time I met Liris in person, because I think we talked enough on social media, on Facebook, because you are just so inviting on social media. But the first time I actually met you in person was at your Life of a Working Model boot camp in New York. And I remember during that time you talked to us about when you walked for Ashley Noel Tipton on Project Runway, and how it was you got the job because you showed up, you came prepared. And that so many times I hear people in the plus model industry, or when they want to get into the industry, like not knowing exactly what to do. And I think that really, like, you speak to that all the time about showing up. So tell me like a little bit about like how that works so much in life, just not with working as well.
Well, when you are prepared, it helps to actually help to boost your confidence. When you know if they ask for this or ask for that, oh, I got that in my model bag.
Right.
I have this, I have that. When you know that, you've got your hair prepped, you got your nails done, you don't have to like shoot and try to cover one finger because your nails look good.
Right.
When you washed your hair, you got it blown out straight, it's just how they need it. It makes you feel more confident because it's gonna be easy for them to slay this because I came prepared. Being prepared just really helps to boost your confidence. It also helps to show that you are professional. That's another piece. Professional.
Yes, we gotta be professional.
Right, because a lot of times that separates the weak from the strong. Because when you show up and you're showing them that you really mean business, baby, believe me, people take you seriously and they also invite you back. That's another thing. A lot of times once I get with a client, I repeatedly work for them again, and again. And when you're modeling and you're trying to pay these bills, you want repeat clients.
Right. Well, so that's another thing. With the industry changing so much and just things changing in fashion and in the world, do you think social media attributes to like how models are getting signed now? Because I've seen like Tabria Majors, just like different models that maybe we don't see in some of the shows that I've attended, like Full Figure Fashion Week, District Curse. I've seen models that are not been in those shows just show up, on different ads and campaigns. And I remember when I first started looking into getting in the industry, I know you walked in Full Figure Fashion Week, so did Samantha Levy, and then you all were both in campaigns. So I feel like it's like, not that people shouldn't do shows like that. I think that it's more so, it's a different world now, and it's different how you get in the industry.
It is a different world now, but everybody has their path. You never know. It may be one person who blows up because they were in Full Figure Fashion Week, and another person blows up because they did a viral photo shoot that happened, to get a lot of buzz. You never know what's going to hit. So that's why I tell people, you just have to continue to show up. You have to continue to put out great content, whether it's on your portfolio or on social media. And the world is changing. You can get discovered on social media. But my thing is, are you going to have the skills to sustain that career?
Right.
It can't just be, I take great selfies.
Right.
Are you going to be able to, shoot 50 to 75 pieces for an e-com shoot in a day.
Wow, 50 to 70?
50 to 75.
And I remember you saying in the class that, like, the stuff that you really make the most money on is not the so much fun, extravagant things that we may see, like, on a magazine. It's, like, the catalog.
Exactly.
Like,
Very happy-go-lucky. Stuff like that. And that still remains true. Even though the industry is changing, that still remains true.
Wow, wow. Yeah, so, I mean, there's a lot that everyone can kind of learn from you in the class with the book and all of that.
Yes, I have my next boot camp coming up March 31st in New York City. It's called Project Slay.
Yes.
And I'm going to have my viral sensation, and she is a little baby runway diva.
I've seen
honey.
you posted about that little diva, honey. She slays a runway.
Yeah, she goes in. And it's just innate in her. She was born to do that. Soleil West, so she will be there, as well as the casting director from Project Runway will be there.
Oh, then if you haven't bought a ticket yet.
Honey, look, we only have, as of last night, because we had 3 other people pay last night for the early bird rate, so we only have 5 early bird slots left.
Wow,
Yeah.
yes. You guys
take advantage.
take advantage of it. Trust me.
Because you know what? Those are going to be the same people that are like, trying to send me a DM, Liris, how do I get on Project Runway? You get on Project Runway by coming to Project Slay, honey.
Well, you know what? I'll say this so you guys can know. Me being in front of this camera happened at the class that I came to.
Ooh.
I remember Sharon Quinn. I talked to her. I was like, I don't know if I'm ready. You know, if I'm really runway material and this, that, and the other. And she said, I see acting with you. Get your butt in front of a camera. And the next time I saw her, I was interviewing her when she was judging for a show.
Wow.
So I say that to say, like, you have really helped people in ways that you don't really, you know, maybe you don't really know that that's how you help someone in their career. Because I remember before I came to class, I was trying to learn runway. Like, that is just not my strong point. But hearing that from someone and knowing that it was that genuine, it wasn't that someone was trying to come and say, this isn't for you, you're never going to make it. It was like, no, you can do this another way.
And that's something that we also talked about, that because you came to the master class.
Right.
In that class, I talk about, you know, everybody may not make it in this type of modeling, but there are other ways to be in the fashion industry.
Right.
And still make your voice heard, still contribute. There's so many ways to contribute in the fashion industry, and it's not just modeling.
No, and that's, you know what, perfect segue to the book is because I feel like me doing this is making the world my runway because I was able to walk for Eloquy at their 1-year anniversary show. Never thought I'd be able to do something like that, but it was because every time they had an event, I was there. We were on camera. It was, like you said, making those relationships with people. So I think that, like, showing up, exactly. It's like all the things that you hit on in the book and in your classes, they work. They work for anyone in everyday life.
That makes me feel really good. See, I'm not just writing a book. I actually live it, and other people have taken pieces of the same book and implemented it in their lives. So
yeah, and so how does your family play into this? Because I know you speak a lot about your family and how they've encouraged you. You said how your mother encouraged you to continue and make sure you finish the book. Your sister helping you out, and your father being there. Like, how has that helped you, like, in life and the career and moving away from home?
Well, I must say, I'm really blessed, unlike some people. I have a family that I actually genuinely love. I love to spend time with them, and they've been a great support system to me and I to them. So I'm just, truthfully, I'm thankful. I'm thankful that I have them in my corner. I'm thankful that they were able to come here and support me today.
Right.
I'm so thankful.
That's awesome. I'm glad. I love how supported you are by everyone.
Well, you know what? I think I really try to give out the same support that I would want from someone else. And I think that karmically it comes back to me in great ways.
It does, because I heard you say you have things you can't even mention yet coming up that are so big, and how you're like, oh, I can, like, it's coming. This is my season. I'm here.
Yes.
But it's like, we've seen you for so long, and I'm just like really proud of you, because I've watched you on social media and all the years that I've even tried to be in the industry, and I'm like, Liris is really doing it. Like,
thank you.
She is doing her thing.
Yeah, and everything kind of, like, whoever's supposed to catch on, they'll catch on when they do.
Right.
Sometimes I used to be very, very hard on myself and why isn't this happening? Why, I did the same thing that this model did, so why am I not getting the same, love or exposure?
I think we all fall into that, and sometimes social media plays into it.
It does. It can really play with your feelings, but that's why sometimes it's good to take a break from it too.
Yeah, it is. You have to know when to do that self-care that we all talk about. Have that self-care moment to be like, wait a minute, I need to breathe really quickly.
Yeah.
So how often do you do the self-care?
I'm gonna say every couple times a week. I feel like I'm important, and you should be important to yourself.
Right.
Because I work very hard, and there's a lot of things that I do on my own, with not a very big team. So I know I have to at times rest and reboot, and not only that, emotionally sometimes you have to rest and reboot as well, because even though a lot of us, we post our winnings and we don't post the losses, and sometimes you just need a break.
You do.
A break. And I deserve that.
Yeah.
And so do you.
It's hard, because sometimes I have to be like, oh, you need a break. I don't know what that's like, but you do have to take a break.
Look, sometimes a break to me is I'm running to Miami for the weekend. Sometimes a break to me is I'm gonna stay in these same PJs for the next 48 hours. I'm not leaving out, and I'm ordering seamless. And I'm just gonna scroll Instagram and laugh at funny videos. Go to my favorite comedians' pages.
Yeah.
It can be whatever you need to be. It could be I'm gonna go get a massage. I'm going to go meditate. I'm gonna go do this hot yoga class. I'm gonna go talk to one of our really good friends and just kind of decompress some of the stuff that's going on with me. And I actually talk about self-care and love in the book as well.
Yeah.
There's so many jewels in this book.
I know, but you drop gems.
Runway on Amazon.
But you drop gems like everywhere. So I know the book has like
super. That's why I told people, if you love stuff I post for my Liris Motivates, I'm like, you're gonna really love the book.
Yeah. So back to the book, Tim Gunn.
Yes.
Writing the foreword.
Yes.
So can you just call him up now and be like, hey Tim, what's going on?
You know what? I definitely don't want to overstep my boundaries or wear out my welcome, but I do have his number and his email.
Oh, yes, the good report.
So.
But I love him, and I like how he talks about fashion and how classic different pieces can be, and just I've watched Project Runway for years, since the first season. So I have loved everything he does, the advice that he gives, the designers, and how he talks to people. I really like him. I think he's a genuine person, and I'm probably sure you know more about that working with him.
Yeah, I mean, Tim is just, what you see is what you get. I had him on my podcast. Shout out to the Liris Lounge podcast. Yes. You can get it on iTunes or SoundCloud under the Cewebity channel, CEWEBITY. He is just like an open book. He's honest. I really, really love that about him, that he has his point of view, but I also think he's open to hear other people's point of view as well. Okay. But I love his honesty. It's really refreshing, and even with the podcast, I was like, is there anything you want us to cut out, edit? And he was like, no, I'm an open book. It's fine.
Well, that's good, because you need someone who's that genuine and who can be that raw at times to just say, look, this is what it is. I'm going to be honest with you, not trying to hurt your feelings or hurt anyone's feelings. This is what it has to be. Yeah, you need that. He's
amazing, but I mean, he's lovely and he's a gentleman. You always feel ever so the lady around him.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
And he's fabulous. I'm always if I see him, what is he wearing? Oh my gosh.
He does look amazing.
Yes.
He does. So, what is your dream for the industry, with Plus and all the diversity that's kind of folding in, but it's not all the way there yet, but I know when you were doing your talk, you mentioned how, you're seeing models who have different skin conditions and different ailments and everything, special needs and stuff. What is your big dream for the industry?
Well, really, I love that the industry is changing, but I'm still always going to be a model first.
Right.
So I still want, like, when we have plus models in shows, I want them to actually be able to walk and look as fabulous as the
Wait a
straight
minute,
size.
I'm gonna stop you right there. Did you all hear that? Be
Yeah.
able
To really walk.
really walk,
Yeah.
not just.
Yeah. I don't want it to be a difference between the plus size and the straight size.
Okay.
But not only that, in the walk, but I want it to be a regular thing where we're not surprised that they have a plus model in the show. It's like, oh, like I went to some Fashion Week shows as a guest and I was like, oh wow, they have a plus model. Okay, good.
Right.
You know, that's great, but I want it to be a regular thing. But not only just for the runway, for magazines, for campaigns. I want some of these really high-end designers to also make clothes that go up in size, so we want to purchase some of your high-end
Alexander
clothes too.
McQueen. I love Alexander McQueen, so I'm looking like, what day can I wear it? I just love how extra, like,
Yes.
avant-garde he is. So, yeah, I love Alexander McQueen.
Yeah, so I just want it to be a regular thing. That's the big thing I want at this point.
All right, well, thank you so much for this interview.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
Any last words you want to say to our audience?
My last words are just go and get the book. It's called Make the World Your Runway. The foreword is by Tim Gunn. It's Top Model Secrets for Everyday Confidence and Success. You are going to love it. You're going to buy it. You're going to buy it for you. You're going to buy it for a friend. You're going to buy a couple more to give away. And you're going to leave an amazing review on Amazon as well. So, with all that said, go make the world your runway.
Yes, well, thank you so much again. And if you haven't checked into the class or when she's doing the awesome Life of Working Model boot camp classes,
Yes.
please
Go to my website.
Go to the website.
Lirisc.com, Lirisc.com for more information there.
Yes, because trust me, it is very beneficial in more ways than one. And I am making the world my runway because of it. Yes. All right. See you guys.